Number one pick is going to take.
There is a lot of excitement surrounding Cam Ward.
Takes the shotgun snap, throws right side. Io Manor.
Oh, nice
made the catch.
He drops it on the
one-handed grab inside
Wow.
the 10. Searching for their first touchdown of the year. Ward takes the snap, drifts back. He has plenty of time.
Looping out of trouble.
Now he's going to roll back to the
Try
right.
to set up.
Back past the 30, 25. Throws across his body.
To the end zone! Caught! Cam Ward, welcome to Nashville!
Hello and welcome back. Today we are going over the Tennessee Titans, or you could call them the Houston Oilers, because, you know, the whole new logo change and stuff. Let's go. The Titans quarterback room consists of Cam Ward, Mitchell Trubisky, Hendon Hooker, and soon not to be Will Levis. Overall, I think that Cam Ward still has a lot of space to grow, and I think that the only thing holding him back this season was his receiver weapons and was the overall team and the dysfunction when all of their the coaching staff left. They pretty much got a whole new coaching staff. But last year, I think that was the only thing holding him back, and this year, I think that I'd give his overall position grade, and for the team's position grade and quarterback, a B. Now, for the receiving weapons, they did get Wan'Dale Robinson, and they are already having Chimere Dike from last year. And in the draft, they're projected for me, and for most draft boards, to get Jeremiah Love. Now, this isn't exactly the perfect offense that you want, as most of their offensive pieces are young and intriguing, but most of them are pretty young. I just think that this is the perfect offense for building up your quarterback. You don't want to give your quarterback already best weapons, and then when they don't have that, they'll struggle. You want to build them up with the weapons so they progress with the weapons, therefore having a team for the future. And I think that's exactly what this team needs, but they have weapons for the future. But currently, what I would give these weapons is a B-. So, I can't really make a segment in this part because they did absolutely nothing. They added nobody. They lost Kevin Zeitler, their only good offensive lineman. I'll show the two names up there, and I'll hopefully get a face profile of them, because I've never heard of them. Never in my life. Yeah, so I'm assuming they're pretty much backup signings. They did nothing, and they downgraded somehow. Cam Ward, once again, is going to be running on 4th and 78, trying to find his number one receiver. This time, it's Wan'Dale Robinson, so that's pretty good. It's still 4th and 78. What the fuck? Frick. Sorry. What are we doing? F. They actually didn't do too bad in this department. They already had Jeffrey Simmons. They didn't need he was good, but he was a second-year guy, and he didn't really do much. They didn't need Sweat anymore, so they traded him for a pass rusher that they did need. They still are going to draft a pass rusher in the second round, but they still did trade for a backup or a right edge rusher in Jermaine Johnson, and so obviously they're getting the left one. And they also have that one rookie. I'll throw up that name, and I'll throw up the face scan of him. They also had him already. So the pass rush actually is not half bad, even though it seemed pretty bad last year. It's currently not even half bad. Personally, in my opinion, only because of Jeffrey Simmons right now and Jermaine Johnson. And I'm assuming there's going to be an edge rusher available, because I did a mock draft, and I saw this dude. He was projected 34. I think this could actually be an A for pass rush, just because of how good Jeffrey Simmons is as a player. Raises up like 2 grades. An A. Now, even though they did add in a double whammy in Cordell Flott and Alontae Taylor, they didn't really do as much besides that. For the linebackers, they added 2 depth pieces, but they also did add 2 depth piece corners. But other than that, they didn't really add anybody for the linebackers, which they didn't really need because they did have Cody Barton already. And they did also have a will linebacker. They had Gray. But they don't really have any big playmakers. Not that there was any when there was Dre Greenlaw, but he was automatically boomed back to the Niners, so they can't really do anything about that. So it's not really their fault that there wasn't any linebackers, but they still do have serviceable guys, like serviceable, but they just don't have those big game manager guys. But therefore, with all those additions, I will give them a C. Overall, I think that the Titans are an interesting team because we never have really seen a completely bald coaching staff. Sorry, that's not the point. I think they're an interesting team because they're really young in the departments that are needed most. In the weapons, in the D linemen, even in some of the corners, and in the quarterback position. Maybe not as young in the running backs, other than the literal rookie running back they're supposed to get. I think there's not a lot we could tell about the team, but I think overall they are like a C+ kind of team, and their overall record is a 9-8. Anyways, hope y'all enjoyed this amazing content. Tune back for the next one. Peace.